All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted.
Hello, Knights of Honor, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy GungHoGuns, the mustache, the cheekbones, and yes, the ankles. Basically, the human equivalent of a Swiss Army knife, but you know, the knife's a little rusty, but hey, dangerously handsome still. Anyway, today I'm proud, no, honored to bring you the first look review, general shouting session about the Shield Knight in Blue Protocol Star Residence. Now, I've been tanking with this beast for the last few days and I think I finally cracked it. I've been diving into all the hardest dungeons with groups of random strangers who are probably thinking, what the hell is happening? Because everybody's still trying out this game. But the good news, I've been able to keep the aggro the entire time without anybody getting it, and my health never dropped below 95%, which in tanking terms, freaking amazing. So, my friends of the mustache, grab your helmets, strap on your shin guards, and prepare for impact. We're going to break down the Shield Knight and see if this class is for you. Or would you rather hide behind me while I do all the heavy lifting? So let's kick things off, folks. And don't worry, I'll keep this quick because I know your attention span is about as long as the loading screen and bad Wi-Fi. I know. Anyway, the Shield Knight is one of the two tanking classes in Blue Protocol. It carries a big sword and a bigger shield. Big surprise, right? But honestly, I think they should just call this a paladin. Because not only can you soak up damage like a kitchen sponge, you also have a couple of healing tricks that you can do up your shiny metal sleeves, if you will. Think big wall with the legs, except the wall occasionally gives you health potion and tells you you're doing a really good job. The Shield Knight also comes with two specs. The very first one, called the recovery spec, this is the one that you're going to start with. It is also like tanking 101. It's very simple, it's safe, gets the job done. It'll kind of introduce you to how to tank in a raid group or a dungeon, and also all the mechanics and all that good stuff. Really easy class to get into, especially if you're new to tanking. Around level 40 or so, it is going to unlock the shield spec. This is where all the fun, in my opinion, kind of starts. This is where things get a little tasty, a little spicy, if you will, as well. You're going to have to try and maintain something called a light forged body, And again, it's going to absorb like half the incoming damage. And if you can maintain this thing, oh my goodness, you are going to be an immortal juggernaut, paladin, all of the above in one class. It is honestly pretty fun to play once you kind of get figure it out, which don't worry, I'll show you exactly how to do that. So my friends, knights, buckle up, let's go over it. All right, now let's take a look at the skills that this class offers. And again, we're going to go with the very basic ones for now, and then we'll switch over later on. But I'm going to split these in three different tiers. Tier 1, we're going to have the fixed core skills. Again, these are skills that you cannot change. You will always have these. They're just part of your kit. And again, you want to kind of see how you want to use them, okay? Then we're going to have for our tier 2 kit, if you will, is our tank defensive tools. This is, again, if you want to be more tanky, there's a bunch of moves you can use that's going to increase your defense and all that good stuff. Then I also have a couple of moves on the offensive hybrid toolkit. Again, if you want to be more offensive, blah, 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 there's definitely different ways that you can play this class. I'm going to give you all of them, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I play it, and then, we'll go from there. Anyway, let's get into the skills. So the very first one is your Blade of Justice, your basic attack. Think of this as your bread and butter builder, okay? Every time you hit this, it's going to generate holy sigils and photon energy. Again, you're going to be hitting this a lot. The next one is your Valor Bash. It's your special attack. It consumes 1 sigil, shield bash plus armor buff, stacks up to 3, and again, you want to keep this rolling at all times. So again, keep this in mind. You want to keep this going at all times. You want to keep an eye on those 3 stacks, okay? And then finally, your Radiant Infusion. This is is your ultimate. It's a big AoE shield that does 300% attack, okay? Dazzles enemies, refreshes all your sigils and photon energies every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. Survival plus sustain. So think of it that way. It can be your oh shit button, or it can help you finish that boss off. Depends how you want to use it. Definitely want to be, kind of conscious about that. Now, let's go into the defensive tools. These are all the defensive abilities in this, for this class. Starting off with Judgment. This is a self-heal plus damage, a scales with missing HP. So when you're low, but not near death, this is going to help you quite a bit. Next is Shield Toss. This is a very, very good ability. I use this one myself all the time. It is an AoE taunt. It interrupts enemies, reduces their damage by 10%. Again, this, in my opinion, is your core tanking tool. You want to have this on at all times. Next, we have the Sacred Blade. Again, very cool. Consumes 3 sigil taunts plus the Light Forge barrier up to 10 stacks. Remember, each of them equals 2% HP. This is huge defensive map. Okay, it's huge for defense. Keep that in mind, guys. Next one is Radiance. This pretty much throws the shield, interrupts, reduces damage taken by a percentage of HP, generates tons of photon energy. Great opener mitigation. If you want to go with this one, this would be a perfect opener. Okay, if you want to use it. And then lastly, we have the Aegis Shield. This one is like your oh shit button, 20% defense, okay, plus 25% HP cheat death shield. Pretty much best oh crap button for tanking. It is a 45-second cooldown, so keep that in mind, okay, guys? And it lasts for 10 seconds. So again, oh shit, I'm about to die, crap button. This is where it's going to be. Now, let's take a look at the offensive hybrid tools. And this is, again, if you want a little bit more damage, starting off with Reckoning. Reckoning is a big AoE slash. It consumes 2 sigils, damage only, okay, no healing on this one. Best used when, survivability is pretty good. Your healer's on point. You want to switch this in to do more damage. This is going to be where you want to go. The next one is your Zeal Crusade. Zeal Crusade consumes the barrier stacks to deal AoE dot damage. Plus, it also grants a barrier and heals a percentage of your max HP. Synergized skill, again, when stacked, really cool ability. I use it myself. I think it's really, really cool. And then finally, Divine Circle. This is a holy zone, heals allies plus damage enemies, great sustain for group utility. Now again, if you are, tons of AoE mobs are coming at you for later in the raids, this might be something that you guys would definitely want to look at. Now, this is my toolkit, and this is why I play this, and this is why I choose this, okay? And I'll go over it quickly, and then I'll actually show you kind of like my rotation and what I do. But first, obviously, for the top 3, you can't really change those, so those are your fixed ones. Again, we're not going to even talk about those. But here are the ones that I choose that, again, I think just make this class even more fun. Starting off with Shield Toss. Shield Toss, the reason why I do that is a core aggro tool. AoE taunts, it interrupts casts, plus -10 damage, enemy damage on you, debuff on them. Really amazing for ads plus boss attention. You cannot go wrong with this move. It is genuinely amazing. Okay, the next one that I take is the Sacred Blade. It is a single target enemy plus Light Forged barrier, right? So it will give you, each time you cast it, plus 10 HP, plus HP buffer, stacks, and all that stuff. And on top of that, it will refresh the barrier. Amazing. I'm going to show you guys how to use this, but I love this move in my build. It just, again, really works well with how I play this. Lastly, or not lastly, but the one right before is number 4, I should say, is my Aegis Ward. I love this move. This is pretty much my cheat death. 20% defense plus 25% HP restore just before you're about to die. You pop this, guess what? You're not dead. You just saved your team and yourself. Think of this as like your insurance, your best oh crap insurance card, okay? And then lastly is the Zeal Crusade. I have tried all the different combos, and this is the one that just fits perfectly and synergizes really well with this build. Think of it this way, okay? The Zeal Crusade equals Barrier Spender equals Heal equals AoE dot. It converts all your tankiness into sustain plus team healing while recharging your barrier. All of that in one, it is just mwah, chef's kiss. It's quite amazing. Now, again, these are the ones that I choose, and let's go over the rotation now. All right, so I'm going to put some stuff on the screen now for you guys, and we'll go over and talk about it, but I'm going to make sure you guys understand how to play this perfectly. Let's start off with the rotation and gameplay, like what we want to make sure that we control as we're starting this. Starting off with the very top one, it's not part of the rotation. I just want to put it in there in case you like Radiance. If you have Radiance, you would use that first instead of your Shield Toss. However, with my build, I don't use it at all, so I'm going to start off with the Shield Toss immediately to grab group aggro. And again, on top of that, it's going to reduce their damage output and all that good stuff. As soon as I do the shield toss and they're all coming to me, I'm going to start Valor bashing the hell out of them. The reason for that, again, is you want to get your armor stacks rolling. You want to get at least 3 times armor stacks. Remember, they stack up to 3. On top of that, your Sacred Blade on the boss priority. Find the biggest, baddest mother, and start doing the Sacred Blade on them to get that taunt up. On top of that, you're going to load up on your Light Forged Barriers, which again, 50% of incoming damage gets absorbed while you have this. Now, I want to talk about the Immortal Tank Loop, if you will, or tank loop, or the, how you do the rotation when you're actually in the fight after your openers or, a few moves. Here are 4 things you need to watch out for. Number 1 is your Blade of Justice filler. I actually wanted to put this in there right away. This regenerates sigils consistently. You have to keep pressing this. It's your number, your left trigger, your basic attack. You want to make sure you're spamming this because you need those sigils, okay? Second, your Valor Bash. You have to use this every 10 seconds. Never let that armor buff fall off. Remember, it stacks 3 times. Never, ever let that armor buff fall off. This is going to be your number 1 job here. Again, repeat it after me. Don't let the armor buff fall off. So again, Valor Bash every 10 seconds. Sacred Blade off cooldown. You want to make sure that you pop this right away as soon as you see it, because once again, it's going to refresh that Light Forged Barrier stacks and all that good stuff. Lastly, I want to talk about the Shield Toss. Now, I only use this when it's needed, personally. On packs, if there's like a really high DPS and he's grabbing aggro from me, I'll have this ready and available. But again, it's up to you. I know the move looks really, really cool, and there's a lot of tanks that I've played with that just toss it because it looks cool. Personally, I would save it and only use it when it's needed, but that's just me. Now, I want to talk about the survival cooldowns and the booms, which you need to look out for, and why this actually does work. So, Radiant Infusion, your ultimate, if you will, your R ability. Use this for, again, raid damage spikes, or when you're about to get focus fired or whatever it may be. So if you're about to die and you know it's coming, this is when you use it. Or if you want to help your team just kill the boss ASAP, you can use that as well. Remember, 300% attack plus shield plus refresh equals God mode for 10 seconds. Aegis Ward. Pop this when you expect a one-shot mechanic, or if Radiant Infusion is down. Again, prevents death plus heals you 25%. So again, the way that I like to use it is I want to have either Radiant Infusion on or Aegis Ward. I will always make sure I have one available just in case something goes wrong. Lastly, Judgment. If you ever swap this in, I don't, but if you ever want to, it can be like your emergency self healer too. So you can have 3 abilities, but personally, again, I don't use it. But if you would like Judgment in here, be more of a paladin, it is there for you. Lastly, your Zeal Crusade. Now, a lot of people say, when do you use this? And I'm going to show you exactly how I use it. When my barrier is stacked, then I pop it, and it's going to do AoE dot plus healing, plus it extends the barrier duration. Again, lets you keep uptime while still tanking. I like to use this when we are, doing really good. The tank, I'm at like 99% health, 95% health, or wherever it may be. And then I see that we're doing a lot of damage. The boss may be down, staggered, whatever it may be. I'll pop this and things are just going to die. All right, and that completes the video. Again, really quick why this build works one more time if you guys just wanted to skip to here. Shield Toss equals aggro control, soft mitigation, that -10 enemy damage. Sacred Blade, infinite barrier layering equals like pseudo immortality, if you will. Aegis Ward, Bash, oh my god, this is the best oh shit bun of all time. And then finally, Zeal Crusade, your barrier sustain plus healing turns defense into offense. Again, you cannot go wrong with this build. I promise you guys, try it out. You are going to love it. As you see, for me, I have to now dance for a little bit just to get some stuff. Let me vote for somebody here. Let's do Mocha. Why not Mocha? Why not? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, join our Discord. We are going to be here day one. Come play with us. Anyway, see you folks. Take care.